Welcome to this edition of The Link this week. Thank you for joining us every day, and we get feedback from you who feel you benefit from this program, and we appreciate and we promise to keep on bringing information that is critical to your business. And tonight we have the taxman in the studio. We have Mr. James Odong, who's Assistant Commissioner, Process Management in the URA. And we're here to talk about it's ongoing now, you might have heard of it. It's called Electronic and Fiscal Invoicing. Don't worry if it sounds complicated, because it's here to explain that. Mr. James Odong, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
We have a few minutes always. Let's go straight to the point. What is this thing, Electronic and Fiscal Invoicing System? People say, hey, what is that? Kumbe, it's in their life. So what does that mean?
It's actually Electronic Fiscal Receipting and Invoicing System, what we dub as IFRIS. In simple terms, it's about the invoice that is issued by the taxpayer. What we are doing now is that we have automated the process.
Okay.
Now, the business has to issue an invoice to, say, a fellow business partner, or business may issue an invoice to government, or even to a consumer, final consumer. So what URA is doing now is authenticating that invoice. And through the authentication process, URA has to apply what we call a fiscal document number and a verification code number.
Okay. So
the fiscal document number is what we are recognizing as the identifier of that particular transaction.
Okay.
Then the verification code is what the recipient of that invoice can use to determine whether this is a genuine or a false invoice, in order for that person to undertake some further transaction. But what happens, that process is further enhanced by choices that are available to the taxpayers to use in order to issue that invoice.
Okay.
One, we have what we call system to system. Some taxpayers have got their own systems, which we integrate with with the URA system. Yeah. And the URA system will do the authentication, like I've mentioned above. Secondly, we have the web portal. Now, the web portal, anybody can use our URA web portal to issue the invoice. Thirdly, we have what we call the EFDs. The EFDs have been in place in the East African region.
What's EFD?
Electronic Fiscal Device.
Oh,
it's just a gadget machine, yeah. These ones are being used in Tanzania, Kenya, and Rwanda. Okay. What we are doing is that we are trying to offer our taxpayers various options other than the EFDs. Then we also have a client app, which can also be downloaded from our website for the clients to upload onto their laptops or computers, and they'll be able to issue the invoice as they are on the network integrated to our system.
So in a nutshell, everyone who is registered for tax, in the big picture, whatever receipt they will issue or invoice, URA will have a copy.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Who is targeted in this new system, this EFRS? Who is targeted in the new system, especially within the business community?
The Tax Procedure Code Act provides, that is Section 73A, provides for the Commissioner General to gazette specific taxpayers. Okay. And for this case, the Commissioner General gazetted VAT taxpayers in the Gazette Notice number 5995. And he has gazetted the VAT registered taxpayers.
So for now, it is those who are VAT registered who will... Yes. How about the rest of us? We can relax?
For now, you can relax until the Commissioner General issues further notice.
Until the taxman visits us.
Issues the notice. Because it is a requirement of the law.
So, I am VAT registered, and I want to be part of EFRS as the law requires now. What does it take for me to do that? I have my laptop. I have my computer at work. What does it take?
Okay, if you are VAT registered, that means you have a TIN.
Yes.
Now what you do, you go into our web portal, you'll access the e-invoicing, and you'll be required to register for that facility.
Okay.
And once you register for the facility, you'll indicate the options that you want to use to issue the invoices, as I mentioned earlier. And once you get an approval for the options you want, you are good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. So what happens if I'm VAT registered and I don't come onto the system?
The choice is yours. You'll face several challenges.
Okay.
Because the way we are moving, every taxpayer would want you to issue them an electronic invoice in order for them to claim for tax credits from URA or to claim for even refunds from URA. So after these 3 months going forward, we shall no longer be allowing any other invoice other than the electronic invoice for that particular purpose. So you'll be losing out in that case.
You mentioned that if I'm on the EFRS system, I will be able to claim refunds quickly. Please explain that, because that's a catalyst for people to come onto the system.
Currently, claiming refunds is something that takes time because the officers in URA have to verify the documents. These the manual documents that you bring, and to ensure that they're authentic. But in the new arrangement, the SLA will be significantly reduced in as
SLA?
That is the service level agreement.
Okay.
It will be significantly reduced because we have the information, first of all, on our system.
Okay.
And we can easily determine that this is a genuine invoice and determine your refund claim as soon as possible.
Before we leave this point, Mr. Dong, there's a rumor out there that URA doesn't refund, actually. That if you're demanding money from them, they'll say, wait, when you pay tax in future, we shall discount. Do you actually refund?
We refund. We refund.
That's, I have issues.
What happens for most clients is that sometimes there are delays. Once we have approved the refund, because the money we use to refund is an allocation that is given to us periodically. So that if that allocation is used up, we have to wait for refurbishment from the Ministry of Finance.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is where some complaints are, but otherwise we refund.
So if a refund goes over 2 quarters, I better discount. I better go for the discount option.
No, no. We still, as long as it is approved, we shall definitely refund.
Okay. People think that this new system might increase the taxpayer burden. I mean, I also understand that the taxpayer has to buy these gadgets to help you collect the taxes. You know, what's your take on that?
On the other hand, it's going to make life easier for taxpayers in terms of compliance. First and foremost is that anybody is able to verify a document.
Okay.
Know that this is a genuine document. Secondly, you can easily claim any refund. In terms of any services we are offering you, for example, assuming we are auditing you, again, that will be a smooth ride because of the authentic
because you have a
documents.
copy.
Yes, we have a copy. And most important of all, this is a step into improving our services because we are focusing on offering clients what we call the pre-filled returns.
Okay.
At point X, you'll no longer need to fill your returns for yourselves. We shall be able to populate the return and give you the return and ask you to confirm whether that is the accurate return for a specific period.
So I wait for my money?
Yes, that is the way forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that time.
Yeah.
Finally, Mr. James Odong, electricity goes here in Uganda, load shedding and stuff like this. Then URA has sometimes system problems. What do I do now if I'm on EFRS and then these things happen?
For some specific options like system to system and the client app, we have what we call the offline mode.
Yes.
When any of those is off, you can still go ahead and issue the invoice. And once you are connected back later on, you are able
to submit
the documents that you have transacted with. And that is how simple it's going to be.
So, but the other options where I'm in trouble?
No, because that means for a web portal, if it is off, you'll not be able to transact.
Okay, yes, definitely.
Yeah. You'll not be able to transact for that one.
Thank you so much, Mr. James Odong, for your succinct answers to these questions. There are many FAQs, frequently asked questions on this new system. And if you are VAT registered for now, the system is inevitable to be compliant with the taxman. Of course, overall, government will make sure all taxes due to it are collected and no one who is supposed to pay taxes doesn't pay tax. That is the aim of tax administration. So we hope you found some answers, but you need to keep on checking with URA's channels in order for you to find more information about this issue because it is now operational. Thank you for joining us tonight. That was The Link.